Yes. Welcome into Colby Sapp's Mystery Shotgun. I am your host, Colby Sapp, along with Pod Racer Tim. Got a lot of things to get into with the MCU as the DCU is not really making a whole lot of noise, which kind of scares me a little bit. Been waiting to see some things from that side of the comic book movie world, but we do have some things to get into with the MCU, and I will get into them right now as things are leaking all over the place on the interwebs about the Marvels coming up, and people have already seen this movie, even though I think it's Friday is when this movie comes out.
I believe that's the premiere, yeah.
So, but things are leaking all over the place about this movie, and we already have a Rotten Tomatoes score that's out there.
Oh, no.
55%. So that's not rotten.
That's not bad for Rotten Tomatoes, right?
I mean, you can get a lot higher than that. That's right in the middle. But I'm actually okay with this because let me let y'all in just a little bit. When Rotten Tomatoes gives, a lot of these movies that are supposed to be for the comic book movie nerd guy, right? But when they're saying it's a great movie, it ends up being a great movie, but it ends up being a little bit farther than the actual material goes for it.
Right.
And kind of stretches out to try and grab the average guy, which I'm okay with.
Yeah.
But at some point, the movies have to be, for now that we've grabbed you and we've pulled you into the comic book movie realm, we need you to come along to some of these stories that aren't the highest marker, but there are some that we love.
Sure.
So some of the times I'm like, you know what? I don't care that critics don't think this is what does it serve the product well for me? Does it make what was on the panels come alive on the screen? And if it does, I'm probably going to like it more than your average just film critic that are just looking at it just as a film, right? So I'm okay with that score. It's not like a shitty 13% or 20% or whatever. It's got enough people going, you know what? I liked it to make me go, all right, cool. The other thing that's leaking online.
Wait, do you have a reference like what other Marvel movies premiered with Rotten Tomatoes at? Like just out of curiosity. Remember?
Not off the top of my head.
I just wondered if they were like normally low like that or if some of them
not normally low.
Okay.
No, like Guardians of the Galaxy was high. Those ones that that you look at and go, man, that's a really good movie. And you can tell people, hey, go look at this one. Right. And most of those were really good. And you can kind of tell some of them totally disagree with. And a lot of it has to do with some of the DC movies that I loved that they're like, no, this was trash. And then you have like Wonder Woman, what they loved. And of course, everybody else did too.
Right.
So, but one of the things that's leaking out there is, and I don't know if I should spoil this for you guys or not, but it is exciting.
Do it.
And, okay, I'll tell you this. If you don't want to know what the post-credit scene for the Marvels is, then close your ears, turn the volume down, and I'll get this over real quick. There might be a beast that shows up in the post-credit scene. So that would be from your X-Men. And it would be played by the guy that played Beast in the original X-Men movies.
Fraser Crane?
That'd be Fraser Crane.
Wow, Kelsey Grammer.
So they dug him up and put blue fur on him again.
Hey, he's doing a new Fraser now.
He is.
That got rebooted.
So that's that. The other thing that's being spoiled out there is the post-credit scene for the Thunderbolts, but I won't get into that just yet.
What is the Thunderbolts?
The Thunderbolts is...
I keep thinking Thundercats.
Right. Lino, Panthro.
Yeah,
Chitara
that's what I was thinking. I was like,
out there.
Wait, what?
Yeah, no, that's not it. You can come back now. Go ahead and come back now. Yeah. The spoiler's over. So the Thunderbolts, but I'll get back to the Marvels in a second. The Thunderbolts is kind of your Suicide Squad for Marvel.
Oh, okay. I think you explained that to me.
But it's not quite that in this movie form. It's your It's your also-rans. It's your guys that were like, oh, that person was pretty cool. Like, not the other Black Widow.
Right.
She's like the lead of this. Then you have Bucky Barnes, and you have the other Captain America. He's going to be a part of the Thunderbolts. Okay. You've got that crowd.
Wait, when you say the other Captain America, Falcon or the other dude?
The guy that took over for a little bit for Cap.
Okay.
Who's now, I guess, what is that? He was U.S. agent. Anyway.
Right. The blonde dude.
Yeah.
Wyatt.
Yes. So he's going to be in that as well, along with a couple other people that have been, either villains that were, mistaken as villains or whatever, that kind of gathered together to be the Thunderbolts.
Okay.
Which is also going to give you your new Thunderbolt Ross, which is Harrison Ford, because the original actor passed away. And he will, through this movie, turn into the Red Hulk. So you're going to have
Who was the original actor?
Original actor was crap. If you hadn't asked me, I'd have probably been able to tell you. Crap. Now, wish that I had his name. What
was he? The original what?
The Thunderbolt Ross. Thaddeus Ross, that guy, the guy in the picture.
Oh, that's he died?
Yes.
William Hurt.
Yes.
Did I know he died?
Well, you do now.
Stay hard, William Hurt.
So.
Oh, yeah.
So there you go.
Last year.
So because of his passing, by the way, he didn't look good in the Black Widow movie.
Right.
He didn't look great. So you kind of knew maybe. But also that was some of the, they were trying to look, because he ends up getting some kind of disease, and the only cure for it is to go ahead and take the Red Hulk serum that they've been working through She-Hulk and everything else, taking the Hulk blood and all that stuff. And basically that's that. I've waved my hands too much for this episode.
Jazz hands.
But so you have the Thunderbolts coming up, but the fact that the other leak was something we've all been waiting on is leading into Secret Wars. And here comes the great news of the evening, as the was off is now back on, as Marvel realized that they need a big splash for the Secret Wars, and there's no other big splash that they can go to. Chris Evans is already coming back as Captain America. I told you that
right
a year and a half, 2 years ago.
Well, he can't get any work as an actor doing anything else.
So he's coming back as Captain America during the Secret Wars movie.
Just kidding, by the
way. Some of this will be led by Hugh Jackman and Tobey Maguire's characters, Spider-Man and Wolverine, will be the leaders in this. But confirmed, back again to do this thing. I told you he was coming, then I had to tell you, looks like it's done, not coming. Well, through some things that haven't worked out for old Marvel, and they're like, man, we need that splash. RDJ is coming back as Iron Man.
Wait, I have something for that.
And you will see him in the Secret Wars. I've told you, yes, he was coming, but then Kevin Feige and the guys, they all thought, you know what, we're doing good enough that we don't have to go down that road. Now?
I think you do.
Now they're like, wait, no, we may need that. So it doesn't look like money's any object to make sure that this happens, because that was really how RDJ said it was going to be. So he's won it, and we've all won, as Iron Man will be back. Now, it may be just for this 2-movie run, but
I take it.
He'll be back, and you will see him in that role one more time. So, Captain America, all that, yes, they'll be there, and Tony Stark will be there, and probably to hand the reins permanently over to the new person that's going to be doing the Iron Man.
It's going to be a chick.
Could be Iron Heart.
Why would they not throw Pepper Potts in there and just let her do it?
Yeah, because of her stinky vagina candle.
God, so gross.
And plus they have a little bit dedicated to Ironheart, the character already. So more than likely that's going to be one of your items to check off on the list. So there you go. That's where Marvel's heading with all of this is, yes, Iron Man, Captain Marvel. You're going to have everybody back. And apparently we're going to see X-Men rather sooner than later. So
like how much sooner?
Well, I can't tell you how much sooner because then I would have to tell you spoiler again and say the whole thing. Never mind.
No spoilers.
That's your Mystery Shotgun, everybody.